Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm actually sitting outside of Ethan's work, waiting to pick him up from his work day. He works at the library here in town. It's only like 2 blocks from home, but it gets so dark this time of year, so early, that I wanted to pick him up when it's possible. So I just want to talk real quickly about something that happened to me a little bit ago. And I kind of just want to, what's the word? I want to document what happened because I will forget. So I was just driving in town down Route 94 West, which for most of you means nothing. For those of you that are local, you know where that is in New Windsor. If you attended our wedding. Hi, everyone. I see everybody. Hi, Eric and Gina. Oh, wow, a lot of friends. If you attended my wedding with Michael, it's the road that our church was on is Route 94. So it's kind of rural. It's got some houses on it though, but it feels like a country road. And as I was driving along, I saw with my physical eye to the right, just in front of my car to the right, what looked like something almost like a mist. Sorry, I know it's kind of dark. I'm sitting in my car waiting for Ethan to come to work. It kind of looked like a mist. Hard to explain, but it was the size and it moved like a deer. So my first reaction was, whoa, was that a deer? And then I realized it wasn't, nothing with substance. But it occurred to me that I wonder if that's meant for me to watch for deer tonight. Sounds like a strange thing, but 10 minutes later, I almost hit 2 deer. So the point of this little story is that if those of you who've known my story, who may have heard me do radio interviews over the years, I talk sometimes about the premonition I had. I've had premonitions since I was a little kid. And hi, Merry Christmas, Sandra. I've had premonitions since I was a little kid. And one of the ones that I talk about is one that I had which saved my life. And in that case, it was my early 20s. I was working down in New Jersey as a psych nurse at Ancora Psychiatric Hospital, which is right down in the Pine Barrens. Again, very wooded area. And one day I had a premonition that I was going to hit a deer and die. And that's exactly what I was told. You're going to hit a deer and you're going to die. So that day when I went to work, I worked 3rd shift, so overnights, 11 to 7. That night when I was driving into work in the dark, I was careful and watching out for deer. And for that reason, I didn't hit the deer. I saw it. So, you know, I've always had these premonitions. I always thought I just had this sixth sense. But after today's experience with physically seeing something that looked like a deer and then almost hitting 2 deer, it was actually 2 deer. I almost hitting these 2 deer 10 minutes later. It makes me wonder if what I always thought was a precognition, the sixth sense that I innately have, if it's more than that. It's actually starting to feel now like I've just been guided all these years. And that in the early days, I didn't realize it was something external. I didn't know what it was. But I'm realizing that I've been guided most of my life without realizing it. And again, having this experience tonight with something that was obviously outside of me, you know, it wasn't a psychic vision. We talk about seeing things with the physical eye versus the psychic eye. If I tell you right now to imagine a purple flamingo, you can picture a purple flamingo in your head, right? That's what your psychic eye is like. Except for the purple flamingo you just imagined was something you created based on your knowledge, past experiences, what you know a flamingo to look like and what you know purple to look like. You put those things together and imagined it in your head. When you see things with your psychic eye, it's the similar thing, but it's as if some third party either placed it in your head or you somehow are picking this up and discerning something without knowing the source. So that's a psychic vision. What I saw tonight was physical. I'm not saying it was a ghost. It wasn't a Snow White Bambi, you know, running around trying to get my attention. But it was something that looked and moved like a deer enough that my instant instinct was, whoa, is that a deer? Am I being told to watch out for deer? And then again, 10 minutes later, I almost hit a deer. So, woo. Oh, was it really Gina? Gina's saying her show last night was about it. And I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of the comments that were flying by because, again, I'm sitting outside of Ethan's work. I'm waiting to pick him up. So I'm going to have to cut it short when he gets here. So I want to jam everything in. Yeah, Marty. Marty says, wow, it took all these years. Yeah, Marty's been beating me up about my denial of my psychic abilities for many years. She and I have been friends for a long time. Yes, Gina says my angels. It could be. You know, the first time I almost hit those deer, I knew, oh, here comes Ethan. I knew that it was going to kill me. I mean, I was flying through the pine barrens, and I would have died if I'd hit those deer. In this case, I don't know if I would have died, but it was still kind of scary. Say hi, Ethan.
Hi.
Ethan's tired. He just finished working a 3-hour shift. Wow. So anyway, I've got to wrap up here because Ethan's ready to go home. Yeah, interesting. So the takeaway is I strive for intellectual honesty when it comes to stuff, even things as, you know, woo-woo as your psychic abilities. I like to be honest about it. You know, when I do a psychic reading with my husband, you know, he and I both are very clear to the person sitting across from us. We differentiate between if it's something we're getting psychically, if we're just using common sense, you know, where we're gathering things. So again, when I physically saw what looked like a deer, that was one sense. When I then discerned, oh, is that meant to tell me to watch out for deer? Okay, now that's a different type of thinking, a different type of discernment. So I'm going to cut it off here now. I got to take E home. Be safe. Thank you. Love you too, Gina. But guys, thanks for tuning in. I want to explore this more and I want to document more because I think the only way we can figure these things out, hey, MJ, the only way we can come to conclusions is if we document what we've experienced and then take it from there. So I got to go. I'm going to get E home, but thanks for tuning in, guys. And I hope you have a great night. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you, and be well. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Ethan.
Bye.